my stilettos.
Welcome to the Stiletto Room, the unfiltered chat show where no topic is off limits. I'm Dina LaPolt, entertainment attorney, advocate, and tenacious trailblazer. Each week, I sit down with creative visionaries, iconic disruptors, and unapologetic originals to dive deep into work, life, love, LGBTQ plus journeys, social justice, and everything in between. So grab a seat, get comfortable, and let's get real. Because baby, this is the Stiletto Room. Hi, I'm Dina LaPolt, and welcome to the Stiletto Room. Today, I have a very special guest, one of my favorite people ever, Tinashe.
Hey.
Oh, yes. We've been through it, right, girl?
Yes, a journey.
Yeah.
Always.
You're so chill. Like,
Yeah.
tell everybody one thing about yourself that would surprise everybody.
Maybe that I am so chill. I don't know, that I like to just kind of be playing video games at my house, like in vibing in my own world. I like my alone time, very Aquarius. I like to I like to curate a vibe, like light a candle, have a plant, set the scene.
Candle. You have crystals?
I have crystals.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta have the crystals, incense, like
Me
curate a
too.
vibe. Some soft music playing in the background.
Oh, yeah. Me too. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I'm definitely about the
A
chill.
humidifier going.
Me too.
Yeah.
Of course.
You
This is
get
why
it.
we love each other.
You get it.
Okay? Forget the fact that I'm helping you with all your contracts.
Yeah.
This is much better. Crystals and candles and meditation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those important things.
Yeah. You grew up here. What is like one of your most favorite things about LA?
I love the range of possibilities in LA. I mean, I think the culture in LA is definitely misunderstood sometimes because obviously there's like the Hollywood culture and the side of it where everyone's focused on the industry, which is a huge part of what makes LA so great, obviously. But then, I think there's also so much culture and there's so many genuine people and community and love. And I think just when you get under the surface a little bit, LA has so much to offer in that regard. Yeah, so much depth.
Yeah, depth.
Depth, nuance. Like there's just so many different pockets of the city you can tap into, just energies that you can pull from, delicious food, great weather. Like there's just so many things.
Yeah.
So.
And your parents, did they grow up here?
They did not. My dad is from Zimbabwe originally.
Yeah.
But both my parents grew up in Iowa. So they were.
Oh, they did?
They were in the Midwest. Yeah.
They met in the Midwest?
They did. They met at Iowa State University.
Wow. I didn't know this all these years later.
Yeah. So they had a very different, adolescence than I did growing up in LA, obviously.
Yeah.
Being
in Iowa.
So
biracial couple in Iowa. How was that?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like they left pretty
Quickly?
soon. Yeah, they went to Chicago area and then obviously came to LA. So it wasn't somewhere that they ended up. I'm glad that it stayed there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very glad I didn't grow up in Iowa. No offense to Iowans.
No, I know, but still.
Iowans.
Yeah. Well, look at you. I don't think you'd be this Tinashe, if you grew up in Iowa.
Probably not.
No. No, because, predisposition obstacles are a real thing.
Yeah.
Especially when you're trying to be your own person and live your life,
And I was really lucky to be able to obviously start pursuing my dreams and my career so young. I think that gave me so much insight and I guess just kind of confidence by the time that I grew up. I didn't just start, making music when I was an adult. Like I literally was in the business, creating things and just living this, I guess, my dream for like as long as I can remember.
How old were you when you first started? Like you were dancing first, right?
Yeah. I mean, I started dancing when I was 4 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. So a little baby. But I also started, I was in my first print ad when I was 4 years old as well. And then I was in my first movie when I was 5 years old. So it was like...
Did your parents schlep you to all this stuff?
Yeah, they'd take me to all auditions.
Mom or dad?
It was usually my dad.
Okay.
But, my mom would take me sometimes.
Okay.
When my dad couldn't. But my dad was definitely...
He was your person.
Yeah, he was driving me around after school.
That's
sitting
amazing.
in traffic.
And you loved it.
I loved it. I loved it so much. Yeah.
Wow. When did you start singing?
I always loved music and knew I wanted to pursue music. I didn't have an into the industry. Like I had no idea how I was going to become a music artist. But I always knew that's what I wanted to do. So when I was maybe like 14 or 15, there was a girl that I was working with who, on a different project, on a musical, who had told me that she was in a girl group and they were looking for someone. And
What?
I was I was a little hesitant at first because I was just like, I never wanted to be in a girl group. I always saw myself as a solo artist. But I was 14 and had no experience in the music industry and always knew that that was my ultimate goal. So I was like, you know what? This could be a bridge.
Did you know you had a good voice by then? Like you were singing?
I was singing everywhere. Like,
got it.
Every talent show, every this, that, the third, you know, just entertaining all the time.
Wow.
Yeah, I always knew that music was my thing. I was writing songs for years.
Really?
Yeah, I wrote my first song really young as well, like 5 years old. So
did you ever record it?
Yeah.
You did? What's the name of it?
It's called Deep in the Night.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel a remix coming.
Yeah.
Timbaland remix, Deep in the Night.
Oh,
Come on. Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So did you join that girl group?
I did. I was in that girl group for 4 years, from when I was 14 to when I was about 18.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, it was the perfect time for me because I felt, when you're a teenager, 4 years is a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt that I'd dedicated a lot to that group and learned a lot, and I was ready to be a solo artist and like go out on my own. So that's what I did.
Yeah. If you were like looking back now, would you have done something different?
Yeah. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Maybe the chops.
Yeah, I mean, every experience that I've been through has definitely taught me so much that has led me to where I am now. So it's hard to say one thing I would ever regret.
Yeah.
Being in that girl group, we toured with Justin Bieber. Like we were in recording studios for the first time. It was the first time I really learned how to record music. It was the first time I was writing songs with other people, having that collaborative process. So there was just a lot of firsts, and it was a great learning experience.
Yeah. Is that group still together?
Oh, no.
That was, did you?
No, that was, but the whole group disbanded. Okay. So that group, we never even made it to like an album coming out.
Yeah, you didn't even, We
never got past the development.
What was the name of the group?
The Stunners.
Wow. I remember that.
Yeah.
The Stunners.
Good times.
Yeah. Wow. You miss it?
No. No, certainly not. Certainly not. But I was a kid, so it was fun. It was fun at the time.
Yeah.
I remember going into like dance rehearsals and stuff after school. It was just fun to be a part of something.
Yeah, of course. I'll never forget the first real time I saw you perform, which is at South by Southwest.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And I was like, oh my God. Here's the one, there was a lot of things that impressed me about you, but one of the, I'm telling you, Tinashe, this keeps with me to this day.
Yeah.
This is my experience. I was like, oh my God, it's a mess. It's sold out. There's people on the street.
It was crazy.
It's crazy. They had technical issues. The show was running behind.
Yeah.
People were stressed.
Probably in a warehouse in a basement.
No, it was out on 6th Street. It was this huge.
Was I wearing like yellow?
Yes.
Okay.
It was outdoors and it was like beautiful weather and there was a ton of people and people hanging off the rafters and everything. But the show was running like an hour late and I'm like, everybo's stressed. And I go and they're like, do you want to see Tinashe?
Oh, I do remember that.
I go, maybe after the show. Well, she's got to run. She's got to zip quick. She's got an interview and she's got to do that. And I go, okay, I'll say hi quick, thinking like this is very stressful. Girl, they bring me back and you're like, hey, what's up? And you're all super chill. There's not a care in the world.
I never like to get too crazy before a show because the energy level, you got to save it for the stage.
Girl, I was so impressed with that. Like, you were super chill. Everybody else is going crazy around you, this, that, and the other. And you were just like far on a beach. Just, it's all good.
Just got to be in the moment.
Yeah. And then you got up on that stage and that was incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. I love being on stage. I love that.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. And you're a triple threat with your acting and your singing and your dancing.
Yeah, thanks.
I mean, but your performing is your most favorite, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think music just gives me a great outlet to be able to express, obviously, like my very personal thoughts.
Yeah.
But I really honestly enjoy every aspect of just being creative, making something, creating a storyline.
Yeah.
I love the diversity that my music career does give because you get elements of you get to act in a way, you get to play these roles, you get to go do photo shoots and music videos and create storylines, and there's so much room to play, which I really
well, you are great like that. I mean, you really, and you know what I love about your creative process is like you don't even know what you're going to be doing.
Yeah, that's the fun part though. It's like just getting into a room, like blank canvas, throw paint at a wall, kind of see what sticks. I feel like it's an exciting part of the process for me to imagine what I may make without knowing what I will make.
Wow.
I just know I'll make something cool, and that discovery process is really interesting.
Yeah.
Kind of just seeing what comes up.
Yeah. Well, it's always uniquely you, and it's never the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never the same.
That's
never the same. Were you like that always growing up?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I've always had a very wide range of things that were interesting to me and music that I was influenced by. And so I think that kind of comes across in my music. I've never limited myself to like a genre or a certain sound. I enjoy, again, like I said, like the range.
Oh,
I
I know.
to be able to
I know.
do it all, a little of this, a little of that.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much every one of your albums, there's a different element to each one.
Yeah.
You know, what is your give me 3 of your favorite songs that you've written and recorded.
Oh, of my own?
Of your own.
I really love, there's this one song called Stargazing.
Ooh.
Let me not get it wrong or my fans will roast me. On my Reverie mixtape. Yeah, it's on my Reverie mixtape. So it was one of the songs that I wrote really early on before I was signed to a major label, or maybe, I think it was before or just after I signed. So I really love looking back on my early work, and it gives me like a special feeling when I hear the songs that I wrote back then. Just because there was such a freedom in, I guess like it kind of puts me back in the mind state of that feeling of no expectations.
Wow.
When, you haven't put out a project and no one knows who you are and you have the ability to just literally do whatever.
Right.
And it's pure creative energy. There's just like, it's untainted. And that's a feeling that you never ever get back once you've released a project or once you've,
because the expectations of
everything it's just never the same. It's never the same as like your first body of work, your production or your early work.
Wow.
So obviously when I hear my early work, there's ways that like, I think I've grown and evolved since then, but there's such like a purity of, I don't know, just like the rawness of my very early songs. And also the way that they still, I feel, speak to me today. maybe sonically or in a vibe sense, but also sometimes in a lyrical sense. Like I'll realize that lyrics that I'm currently, feel really relevant to my life currently are things that I wrote so long ago.
Wow.
And it's like, how does that still relate?
That's crazy.
And it just kind of, I think, speaks to the cyclical nature of life and also, how we're kind of always the same person. But anyways, that's one song. Stargazing.
Yeah. Do you ever think about listening to those old songs like, wow, I want to sample myself in a newer song? Or do you ever think like that?
Honestly, that's a good idea. Not usually. I mean, well, a lot of my work, I probably can't. I mean, I could. I'd have to ask RCA. Like you'd have to. I guess if I could sample anyone else, I could probably sample myself.
Of course. I mean, I'd have to go through some legal,
right? You got to do some legal stuff.
Yeah, but whatever you want to do.
I've never really thought about it.
You do whatever you do, and then I figure it out, right? I'm like, okay, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. My favorite album that you've ever done is the 333 album.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, incredible album.
Thank you.
Yeah, like Undo is like probably on 6 or 7 playlists. Like every song on that record,
Thank you.
it's like a puzzle that kind of fits together.
Yeah, I love that album. I think that album is very, kind of really embodies at least where I definitely was at the time. I think it just kind of really speaks to the range, again, of like my artistry.
Yeah. How do you feel, like, especially talking about stargazing in your songs back then and the songs that you're doing now, like, how have you evolved as a songwriter, as an artist? What do you think that you notice most about yourself?
I think there's like a different confidence. I was very confident at the beginning of my career, but it was coming from a different place. It was coming from, again, this kind of like pure, raw energy, like the kind of like delusional self-confidence of like everything's just gonna work out, which is amazing. But now I feel like my confidence is more grounded in obviously the legacy that I've been able to build for myself and being able to look back on work that I'm proud of. And, you know, I think that really brings you as a woman, as a person, as an artist to a different level. Right. Because you're able to, like you said, kind of just reference yourself and continue to build upon the foundation that you've already built. Yeah. Because, you know, you, interestingly enough, like, you always, everything you do is always unexpected. Like, that's that, like, it's funny, you'll put something out and Simone will say, oh, she's got a new song. And it's like unexpected. Yeah. Like completely what you didn't do before, what you thought maybe would be a follow-up to 333. That's like, whoa, what is this? Yeah. Like, and how does that play? Like when you're talking about expectations, especially like of yourself, like what does the self-doubt stuff look like for you? I think it's interesting because self-doubt creeps in different ways, I feel like, than it does with my creative. I think I've gotten back to a place where there have been times where I have doubted myself as a creative, for sure. But I think I've really worked on building that up, and now I'm very confident in my creative perspective. But yeah, I think self-doubt is something that, especially in an industry that's constantly comparing you, or just presenting you the opportunity to compare yourself to so many different people. Right. It's very easy to obviously just judge or be too hard on myself. That perfectionism vibe. You are a perfectionist. Yeah, definitely. You are a perfectionist. Overly critical of... very perfectionist. Yeah. I mean, how do you stay true to yourself being that perfection, you having that sense of perfection? I mean, it's like there's a good and bad to it, obviously, right? Because the perfectionist in me has, I think, pushed me to do great work and to have attention to detail and make sure that everything is the way it should be. But at the same time, I think it's good to be centered around things that just ground me. And, you know, a few of those things will be like spending time with my family, having my family around me, that really core unit of people that make you feel 100% like yourself. That's very grounding, kind of takes you out of your head. Being outside, exercising, you know, being in nature, going to yoga, you know, whatever it is, moving my body, like that always makes you feel good. Yeah. As cliche as it is. Move a muscle, like, move a mind. It really helps. And then I think also, just like making art, being focused on what's next, kind of getting into that creative space and building what's next instead of dwelling on like what's already happened. Wow. Do your parents know that you're like that? Oh yeah, for sure. That hard on yourself. Yeah. What does your mom say? I mean, they just think it's, my dad sometimes gets a little offended in a way, like because I tend to be so hard on myself, which is, I don't know. I found that an interesting reaction. I feel like my mom can relate to it more, but she can be tough on herself as well. Well, we're women. Yeah. Yeah. So we never inherently, I don't think we ever feel good enough. Yeah. You know? Yeah. I mean, that's a thing. Yeah. You know? Definitely something you constantly have to practice. Oh, yeah. We have to work very hard. Yeah. Just to even be seen. I get it.
People don't realize how young you are because you've been in the business for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, but you've done so much. I mean, you've toured all over the world.
Yeah.
You've done everything.
Been lucky. I've done a lot of things.
You've done so much tonight. I mean, Coachella.
Yeah.
Like, you've done so much.
Yeah.
I always feel like there's always a first. Like, she's doing this now. She's doing this now.
Yeah.
There's always like big things that
Which is so fun. I feel so lucky, honestly. Yeah. And like, the gratitude for everything that I've been able to accomplish is like so great.
What is the one thing that you have not done yet, but you want to do?
That's hard because I feel like I really have done so many things.
I've
done so many things. And like the things that used to matter to me that like I wanted to do, they're more like things I want to achieve. I don't hold on to those anymore with the same, like I still want them. But like, I mean, I could say like, oh, I want a #1 album or something like that. Like that is something I want to do, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I find holding that too tightly can sometimes be toxic.
Yeah. Yeah. Nasty celebrates confidence and sexuality. What's the one bold thing you had to overcome to be in that? Like that, again, with you, every time something happens with you, it's like brand new. It's out of left field.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
And that was something that was like smack in your face. Yeah. Like amazing. And like when you were going through that process, what was in your thought process doing that?
I think that song came so naturally to me. Like the way it was written and the way I came up with the melody and the concept was very easy and very kind of like offhanded in a way. And I think that made it like that was one of the elements that I think like spoke to people. Like it was very kind of simple in that way. It wasn't overthought. So yeah, I was just trying not to overthink it. I was just kind of living in the moment and just trying to make the best thing I could make.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's amazing.
Yeah, thanks.
With many remixes.
Yeah.
Tell me your feelings when that song started climbing up the charts.
Yeah. I mean, it was very exciting. It was something that I always, you always hope for like a viral moment or, one of those crazy, something just kind of catches on fire because you can never predict it. Yeah. So it was fun when it happened. It was very much like a whirlwind. I was like, this is exciting. Yeah, it was fun.
Very fun. Yeah. Everybody doing collabs with you on
seeing
TikTok.
all the posts every day.
Even my kids.
Yeah, it was so fun. Like there were so many TikToks, millions of TikToks.
It was amazing.
Insane.
We would lay in bed, the kids and I, and we would that's what we would do for like 20 minutes before bed. We would just hashtag nasty and see all the different kids doing it. You know?
It was really cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. Because you're so, like, you've put everything out there, like, in your music, because, like, I always say, like, you have all these multi-talents between dancing and singing and acting and all these things, but as a songwriter, you're incredible.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, incredible.
Thank you.
And when you're writing these songs, like, they're so raw.
Yeah.
What is one of the hardest things that you ever wrote about?
I think it used to be hard for me to write about like vulnerable topics like heartbreak or being in pain, feeling not good enough, feeling not worthy. I used to have this idea that I needed to create music that always had this like very, very confident front, which I think there's a place for that as well. But once I started, opening myself up to being able to be vulnerable in my music, I feel like I realized, this isn't weak at all. This is actually something that connects with people and that's really amazing. And that allowed me to be like way less fearful of it. So now I don't know. I don't think that there's really anything that's off limits in terms of what I'll write a song about at this point.
It's just whatever you're feeling.
Yeah, I think so. And I'm hoping to just kind of even try to think of even more outside the box things that I can write about, because there's really no limit in terms of what you can write a song about.
Yeah. No, I know, but it just comes out naturally for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love to write. I've always
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been inspired by putting words together and writing something. Like back in school, I used to love like typing essays and things. Like
I'm feeling like a book is in
a
your...
book. Yeah, I could see a book someday.
I could see you writing a motivational book.
Yeah.
I absolutely can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put it on the list.
Oh, it's on the list. Our list is like a mile long. Put it on the list because I definitely can see that happening. I mean, even being a woman in this business and having such sustainability and being so free, like you own your intellectual property now, which is incredible.
Yeah.
Like, talk about that.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's huge. I think just knowing that gives you so much power as a woman and as a creative.
Yeah.
It just feels really good to empower yourself as an artist. And I think it's really exciting to be able to.
Yeah. I mean, it's rough. Some of these artists that are still in the major label game and pouring their heart out and creating art, and then one person just not good enough, or this should not be this, or we should not put this on here. Like, that's just,
Yeah, it's hard. I think where business and art meet there's always a point of contention. It's never going to go over perfect.
Yeah. Well, that's why I love representing creators.
Yeah, absolutely.
I could yell at everybody and tell them to go fuck off.
Yeah.
No, fuck off. We're putting it out.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's the kind of energy I like.
Of course. I'm just like in the forest with the hatchet going through the trees so you could just...
I don't even believe in... I was honestly thinking about this the other day, like sitting on music. And I think that's... I mean, obviously... Everyone's like trying to, not spend too much money with their budgets and whatnot. But I feel like on a spiritual level, you kind of have to get art out in order to like let more in. Like it's kind of like a constant exchange that you have to participate in.
Right.
Really. So I'm a big fan of dropping music.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of putting out the art and then being able to make more.
Well, when I first met you, that was the issue.
Yeah.
Like, you just wanted to just create. And you're in this circle of like other people's bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anything debilitates creators the most, it's being in the bullshit.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The cycle of fuckery. Whether it's the wrong label or is the right label, but those people are the wrong people, or it's the right company, but the company sells, or, it's like all these things that are out of artist control.
Absolutely. And then you add on to that, the pressures of like the radio or the playlist or, trying to take all of their opinions into consideration.
Right.
And it's never ending.
Never ending. Yeah, I know. It's a lot. I mean, just to even be in it every day.
Yeah.
You have to have a thick skin.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, resilience.
Yeah.
A lot of people can't get through it. We both know a lot of people that have not get through it. And you keep yourself, you're so healthy. Like, you don't have like addiction issues or mental health issues.
Yeah. I'm lucky.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm lucky, honestly.
It's really great.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I think it's, for me, it's like I just focus on staying true to myself. And I feel like who I am as a person through and through is somebody who would create whether or not anyone was really watching or listening, just for the sake of creating. So I think that keeps me, again, like very grounded because I'm focused on keeping that, in the forefront of things, trying not to get caught up in, it's very easy to get caught up in the game of it all.
Yeah, but you don't.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes, you find yourself being like, thinking about things that aren't important. But at the end of the day, I think I do a good job.
You do a great job.
Thank you.
You do a great job. I wish every music artist could have those psychological boundaries.
Yeah.
You really do a great job.
Thanks.
Because you can let yourself get in there. Because I know other people can get in there, and then you're just absorbed with this shit because it's never ending shit.
Yeah, it's never ending.
Yeah. I always tell people, the clients have us for a reason. We're like the shield. Like, so they can be free. We have to deal with the bullshit.
Yeah.
Can't let it in.
Thank God.
Can't let it in.
Yeah. It's hard to manage all those things.
Right.
And there's just so many. And then on top of it, you have social media. So again, it's just like the layers just get deeper.
Yeah. You're so great at your social media.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well, because you're dancing and it's great.
Yeah.
It's like my favorite.
But it's so interesting because social media is changing all the time so fast. Like even the things that were popular on social media a year ago, not popular anymore. So it's like that adaptability is crazy.
Yeah.
And the expectation to adapt is crazy, I think.
How's that?
I mean, I just feel like with music in general, like not only now you're expected to be an influencer on top of being a music artist. It's not just good enough to create the art. You also have to go out there and sell it.
Yeah.
And so sometimes that feels like, again, like this is really overwhelming, like daunting.
Right.
And honestly, at the end of the day, it's really interesting because it's not like I got into music because I wanted to be like on social media. Like those things weren't ever a part of my motivation.
Yeah, when you're a dancer, you're an actor, like all those things are like pivotal right now.
Yeah.
You have to have these skill sets.
That's true.
And you have all these skill sets.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you were going to play a role acting, like what is a role? Like what kind of a role would you be dying to do?
Honestly, I feel like it would be fun to be in like an action film so I could do some stunts. That sounds...
Wow.
Yeah, it sounds like that would be fun.
I could see that.
Some explosions, like jump off a moving vehicle. That'd be really cool.
Oh,
yeah, some like gun choreography.
I'm going to put it on the list.
Put that on the list.
Put that shit on the list.
Immediately.
I'll never forget when I was on the board of We Are Rise, and I was one of the mentees for the girls, and you came down. We had our high tea lunch, and you came down, and the girls were so excited to see you. Like that is such an amazing thing.
Yeah,
that, you have people that can look up to you like that.
Yeah,
give them a gift. Especially there was
music is amazing in that regard.
Yeah. There was this little girl that her mom took a picture with you and her. I don't know if you remember, but she wanted to be a singer.
Yeah.
And she told her mom like a month before the breakfast that she's just not good enough.
Oh.
And you and the mom told this to you and me. We were standing there and you bent down and you're talking to the little girl and you're like, you could do anything you want.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Oh my God. It was awesome. Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's important, I think, especially in the music industry, women, like you have to build up the next generation.
Yeah. Who was your inspiration growing up? Like, how did you find that?
I mean, I loved like all the pop divas of like the early 2000s,
Like who?
Like Janet, Britney, Christina, the Pussycat Dolls.
Oh, yeah.
Like all the girls that were like dancing and like looking so hot.
Oh, yeah.
Beyonce, Destiny's Child. Like that era was chef's kiss.
Oh, wow. So that was that's what you saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are so many just like divas like doing the thing. I feel like we need more of that energy.
When you started in music, did you know like songwriting was a thing?
Yeah. I mean, I was writing songs, but I never knew about like kind of the, I guess almost like the 9-to-5-ish nature of like songwriting in LA, like the way that people just book out sessions all day, like they're doing 2-a-days, they're doing like a morning shift to night shift, they're just like working with this, like the way, there's so many people to work with in this city.
Yeah.
So you can constantly be booked constantly with new people to work with. And I guess I didn't realize how crazy of a culture that aspect was.
Yeah.
session
Crazy.
players.
Who's some of your favorite people to work with, collaborators that that really inspired you or brought out something and you didn't think was going to be brought out?
I mean, recently on these last couple projects, I was really vibing with Machine Drum. We made a lot of really great records. His name is Travis, and he lives nearby, so it's always like a really nice way to, I don't know, I feel like our vibe in the studio is cohesive in the fact that like we're purely just focused on making something cool. I like people in the studio who just are like free in a sense.
Yeah.
It feels really free.
Yeah. That's good. No, for you, like super chill.
Yeah.
Like I don't
want to go into the studio with like an expectation like we got to write a hit, which I think was when I was first doing sessions and stuff, that was always the underlying, secret expectation.
Yeah.
I'm like, what even is a hit?
What is a hit?
So you can't
You
go
can
in.
plan hits.
Yeah.
Okay. Clive Davis would have struck it even richer than he was. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, you just never know.
Nope.
You never know.
Never know.
I know. And it just comes to you.
So you can't like have that expectation. I also think it's just like detrimental to the creative process in general. Just being like, oh, these are the parameters for what a hit sounds like. There's all these arbitrary like rules, like, it's got to be this BPM, or you have to put the hook at the beginning of the song. There's so many.
Oh, yeah.
You got to say the name of the song 17 times per song for it to be a hit.
Well, remember the song Amy Allen wrote, Dua Lipa did it. What was it called? Oh, God.
How'd it go?
It was her first big hit of Dua Lipa, but Amy Allen wrote it. And she like literally was going to bag her career because people kept saying like, this song doesn't have a hook.
Was it, one? Pick up phone.
Yeah, it had no hook. So
it's an unconventional hook for sure. Yeah, that's crazy. That song is so good.
But everybody was like in a box. Like she was talking about it at the ASCAP Music Awards one year, and she's like, and she performed the song, but she said everybody was just trying to fit this in a box.
Yeah, that makes so much sense.
And it just affected her mental health. It's like going to tell these
you just don't get it. Like, you want to be like, you just don't get it.
Right.
So what do you mean? That song is so good. And obviously it was so good. It was a hit.
Right. Yeah. Well, people don't like that. That's the thing is like, it's to work with executives at a label sometimes can be so degenerating.
Yeah.
Like people are like, oh, I got to find a record deal, like artists. And I'm like, no, you're good. Like you feel good right now.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You
got to hold that to the highest.
Yeah, I mean, you want the give us the money so we can do the art.
Yeah,
but there's strings attached, which means they get a say.
Any of it without being able to have that freedom and that confidence in your creative. So it always has to start there.
Right. Is there ever a time when you're in their creative process and after it's come out or it's done, where you're like in this male-dominated environment, which we are, and then they shit all over you, and how does that feel, and when was that?
I mean, I definitely feel it throughout the years. There have been times where, I just feel like you just don't get it. You don't get me.
Yeah.
Or forced to feel like I need to over-explain myself, justify why I want to make decisions. I think that over time, that can really kind of chip away at your confidence.
Absolutely.
Because you start to believe, even though everyone's well-intentioned, that, maybe, their critiques are a reflection of how good your art is.
Right.
And I don't necessarily think that that's true.
Yeah.
You can't really trust everyone's critiques.
Right. Exactly. And how do you discern which ones you should be listening to?
For me at this point,
I
only really trust myself. And then if I do feel uncertain about something, there might be like one or two people that I'll ask and I will want to know. But other than that, I kind of don't care anymore. What, the media, fans, really anyone, I think it's really important because to me, it's just sacred. My opinion is sacred.
That's right.
My opinion my perspective as a creative,
Right.
that is like the most important thing.
Right.
So I have to protect it.
Right. Absolutely. And it protects your emotional and spiritual well-being too.
Yeah.
Keeps your frequency high.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Very true.
Yeah, because you get these energy vampires that just come in and start giving you their opinion, and then you start second-guessing yourself.
Chipping away at it.
Right.
And it's funny when I even look back on songs or things where I feel like I've taken other people's opinions into consideration too much. I don't feel as connected to them. And I don't know if the fans can feel that difference. I like to think that they can. But I certainly can.
Yeah.
Like, there's songs that I have that I'm just like, I don't really connect with this song that way anymore because it doesn't feel like enough of me is infused into it.
Of all segments of entertainment, I feel like the music artist fan connection is the most intimate ever.
Yeah.
Like it is intimate. Those fans will go to the ends of the earth.
Well, they feel like they really know you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you write your music.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because you're like, they know you. Yeah, it's crazy. Which you and I have talked about this before. Sometimes it goes a little dangerous too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's definitely a dark side.
Yeah.
That happens all the time.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like where I'm at, I don't necessarily allow... Like I said, I'm very protective.
Now, yes.
Very, very, very protective. So I don't feel that I need to... If I feel like I need to compete with someone to like make my opinion be appreciated, then it's just like not a relationship.
Yeah. Well, I remember, you were on major label.
Yeah.
And there were certain things they wanted to do and you were not about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there was a natural part of me also that would make compromises that, just little compromises. And I think that's almost more insidious because it's like you are well-intentioned.
Right.
You believe the people you're working with are well-intentioned as well. So it's not like, it's not in your face when you do things that aren't true to you.
Right.
It's slowly just making little tweaks and doing little things, just compromising little ways.
Yeah. No, I know. And like you do not compromise now.
Nope.
That is the best part. That's the beauty. Like that is what the message is.
Yeah.
You literally you've been through it all. And you know what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know how you want to go about things, and I feel like with all of your team, it's like we have to get going or get dragged. Because you have this way of
moving.
That's it. Moving. Yeah. One of the things that I talk about in my motivational book that is coming out, Street Smart, Succeeding in a Man's World, is how difficult it is being you getting in the room, first of all, as a woman, but staying in the room is a whole other obstacle.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's a whole trick. The way that we have to keep up and, keep going.
Absolutely. I think it's longevity is not something that a lot of people have.
Right.
And you have to be adaptable.
Right.
You have to be willing.
Right.
You have to be, and it has to come from like a true, real place. Otherwise you'll just...
Right.
It's too hard.
Right. It's too hard. Yeah. Well, there's not a lot of people that stay with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the music lawyers that I started out with don't even do it anymore.
It's too hard. People are just like, you know what? Let me just not go to work today.
Exactly.
It is just fine. Yeah, it's just fine.
That's not our reality. You know, I used to teach this class at UCLA, as you know, and I used to have these some of my kids up to my office at the end of the year, the ones that I'd give a scholarship to from King Drew High School in Compton. And one year, one of my students looks out the window. We had a dinner here, and he's like, Miss Dina, how do you retire from a job like this? I go, you die.
Yeah.
You know, because when you love what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why retire?
Right. That's right. You're doing it. I mean, here we are. Tinashe, straight off the plane from Japan, comes in, sits down in the seat. She could have told me to fuck off.
No way. I'd never.
No, she's way, way too nice. Anyway, I'm so happy that you came on to
Me
sit
too.
with
This was super fun.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're super fun. Yeah, you guys all pay attention for Tinashe because she has a lot that's coming. I'm telling you. This girl, we're booked for the next 5 years at least, okay? At least. Yeah. And now I just added 2 new things to the list. She's going to write a book, motivational book, and be in an action flick where she's kicking the shit out of somebody with a gun.
Yeah, coming soon.
Coming soon. You've been in the Stiletto Room. Thank you for listening. Peace. My stilettos.